So, Darlene, how did RWI's financing expertise help you achieve better operations for your business?
RWI sent a representative over here. He went to 12 different banks shopping for us at a time when we were having a lot of issues with our current bank that we had been with probably 25 years. And our company was pretty much stretched out as far as debt goes, and we were having a hard time making ends meet. And the representative, David Rasmussen, came, interviewed us, went to 12 banks that he felt was a good fit for our company. And out of the 12 banks, we had 10 responses, which amazed us because we didn't think anybody would even want us. He had this fantastic portfolio presented that he gave to each bank, which even I was impressed, and it was our company. And through the 10 responses, we whittled it down to 5, and then from 5 to 3, and chose the one bank that we're now using that is the best fit ever. This bank even took us out to lunch a few weeks ago. Nobody's ever done that. They know how to talk the language. We learned a lot, and we thought nobody would want us, and come to find out, everybody but the current bank we had wanted us.
And Darlene, what particular benefits did you get from RWI's participation on the funding side?
What the interest rates that's what you were talking about. With the different companies, they knew that there were other competition. David told us, make sure that you don't let the banks know how many you shopped, because if they knew you had too many, they'll just give up. But if they think they only have 2 or 3 for competition, then they'll be coming back, with better offers. And we had banks bidding against each other for our business. I'll give you a percent over prime. Well, I'll give you 0.5%. I'll give you 1/4%. We got to 1/4%. We're going, woohoo! Life is good. So, yeah, it was great. Can you tell I'm excited about that? I really am.
And that's very good. And so how did RWI's help in lowering your interest rates on your current debt benefit the business in terms of profitability?
Well, it loosened the financial part, the monthly payments. The current bank that we had, every time we dropped a bus payment, which usually a group of buses, like 5 to 10, so it'll be anywhere from $7,000 to $20,000 a month. The current bank we had made us take the money that we were no longer paying the equipment loan and put it toward the line of credit we had, because they wanted us to pay that off like immediately, which I couldn't understand. I said, you're getting interest, you're getting, what's this all about? So I don't know why the current bank at the time did not want us, but we ended up getting a new line of credit with our current bank, 3 times larger than the other bank, 1/4% over prime, which, prime is low right now, so it's a good deal. Actually, for us, we could take some of our bigger loans that we had with a higher interest rate and pay them off, because we were saving more money because we weren't paying penalties and interest, and it was only 1/4% over prime. And so we took out of the line, paid off some other things at a lower rate, and freed up more money for us. The building was remortgaged, and we were paying like 5.25%, and I think we got 3.5% for a mortgage rate, commercial rate, which is very good. We also refinanced some equipment loans that we had from different auto companies and just various different companies at a 0.75% over prime, which is very good for equipment. And with all that combined, in the end, we probably lowered our monthly payments approximately $35,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And that $35,000 a month, just now we can pay our bills.
Yeah, and speaking of that, so how, if you can explain just how the lengthening of the payback period benefited the business in terms of the cash flow?
It infused a lot of cash. We put about $200,000 cash into it, and then we took that money and just paid off all the monthly small debt bills so that nobody's calling, the phone's not ringing, this is such and such a collector. That's gone. It's very nice. It's a pleasure to come to work. The stress is gone. You're not afraid to pick the phone up because every time the phone you ring, you're wondering who's calling us now for money. We only have so much, and everybody gets a little piece, and with a promise of the rest of it to come, and it just
Made life a lot easier.
Made life a lot easier with a better attitude. And with a better attitude, starting at the top, it drifts all the way down to the bottom. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a better attitude.
Mm-hmm. And let me ask you this, Darlene. Do you think you would have been able to achieve the same results on your own?
No, absolutely not. Like I said, we didn't think a bank could even want us. That's the way the bank that we had been with for so many years made us feel like they were doing us a favor, when in fact, they weren't. We were doing them a favor by paying the high rates. So they came to us after saying, "What's the matter?" I said, "We want to stay in business and you're not helping. We're leaving." And we did. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, it changed our whole attitudes in our company. Everybody's got a better attitude.
Mm-hmm. And so what would you say to a business owner who's considering using RWI's funding services to benefit their business?
I would say that when they approach you and they tell you, it's going to cost for this amount of money, it's going to cost this amount, and you're going to scratch your head and go, "We can't afford that." You can, because in the refinancing, you pay a percentage of the total amount. We paid a nice percentage. However, you never felt it because it was part of the whole package. It was built into the amount of money that we lent, and it's been 9 months roughly, and we still never noticed it. So everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. And it's just, it's done right. And like I said, there's no way we could have done it on our own, ever. Mm-hmm.
Darlene, what would you say you have learned from this experience in working with RWI?
We learned that many banks have different lending abilities, that our current bank that we had was a small bank and that we had just outgrown that bank. We also learned that don't be afraid to ask. If you want a lower rate, you ask for a lower rate. Don't always take exactly what the bank tells you, because it's like a bidding process. Only, I just didn't know that. We also learned a big thing is that we are not in the banking business. We don't know all the details. And hire a professional. A professional will get you the best rates, the best job, the best fit. Our expertise is in transportation, not banking. You want to know about busing? I can tell you anything, but I can't tell you everything about banking. So RWI, they're great.
All right. And have you gained any insights on the banking world and the way bankers think through working with RWI?
Yes, I learned there's a whole new lingo LIBOR rate, Z-score, many things. In the particular package that David put together, and talking with the individual lending companies, David would talk to the bank in their language and then translate it back to us so that we understood what he was talking about. That was very interesting, actually. I can't to this day now tell you what they all were until I would review it again, but it just made the process very smooth. He did.
Mm-hmm. And Darlene, how has changing banks changed your business for the better?
Again, no pressure. Pressure is off. That's probably the number one thing. We can make payments in a timely manner. Again, we're not afraid to pick up the phone. It's not a bill collector. Our attitude is great. And again, your attitude starts at the top. And if you have a terrible attitude, it just trickles down through the company. And it probably sometimes can only take a day when everybody's attitude is bad. It's a pleasure to come to work. Regained our confidence, and we're living the dream.
Thanks, Darlene.
Thank you.